Cypress Hill. The whole team is in the building. When's the last time you guys all three sat down and had a public conversation?
It's probably been like 8 to 10 years, probably, right?
Yeah, has to be.
That's incredible. I'm honored. How much of you guys actually get in the room together for Elephants on Acid?
In the beginning, I was coming down to Muggs' studio for sure. I mean, because I have my own studio too, but I felt it was important to get down there with him and get his direction from how he saw the vision of it. When we come into it, we try to like let go of ego and sort of just do what we did when we were starting off.
Yeah.
You know, we were very honest with each other and what we liked and didn't like, and it had been a while since we worked together and stuff like that. So, and you know what the crazy stuff is that like back in the day, we never used to leave with any music. You know, because we didn't want leaks. Because back in the day, you'd find your shit on 125th.
Yeah,
somewhere.
Canal Street be lit.
So we didn't leave with anything, right? It got us used to not being married to what we originally did, so that if a change happened, we weren't disappointed by the change or, oh, well, I liked it better this way.
You get demo-itis, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, and for us, man, it's always been important to have a musical style and a musical identity and have our music sound like ourselves, lyrical style. Or when we came out was have our own slang, you know what I mean? Helps you stand the test of time. Just have your own world within the world and never try to play catch up or try to play fit in.
What I didn't know until literally probably like 15 years ago is Sin Dog, you and Mellow Man Ace are related.
Yeah, we're brothers.
Yeah.
Same mom, same dad.
Blew my mind. But you know that Mellow Man Ace was just OG, like bringing, you know, Spanish into hip hop, bringing Spanish language into rapping, which has just been so important.
It was cool, man, watching him do his thing because, you know, he got bigger than what we all expected, especially myself. And you know, just me and him being brothers and being highly competitive with each other as we are. And we both try to b-boy and MCing at the, you know, doing the whole thing at the same time. And it was kind of cool, you know what I mean? At the same time, it was kind of like this competition thing of, you know what I mean, who was the best rhymer on the street when there was like 8 of us.
Yeah.
So who really knew? But when Mello came out, he opened doors up for a lot of Latino kids on the West,
man.
you know, around the world really for hip-hop purposes. So his achievements were important, you know, to the hip-hop, you know, to Latino hip-hop culture in general, because record labels then started to look at the rest of us like, okay, who else is out there? What do they got? Type of thing, you know. Even though, you know, we got signed to an East Coast label. But,
look, man.
Which was better for us.
Yeah, it was way better for us because we didn't want that. We just wanted to be a good hip-hop band, you know what I mean? We didn't want to be a good Latino hip-hop band.
And I want to say this, you know, to the point of Mello and Sen's kind of their competition, you know, a lot of that door doesn't open if he wasn't influenced by Sen Dog, because Sen Dog was actually the first guy rapping in Spanish.
Right.
And, you know, he was influenced by his older brother. When he got his deal, he sort of used that influence to do the Mentirosa songs and some of that Spanglish flip like that. So, you know, it was, he opened the door, we came in and kicked it the Come on!
Your own kids. I don't know if it's been time for them to listen to the material yet. I don't know if they're old enough yet.
Yeah.
What do you point them in the direction of when it's time to study Dad's early material?
How I Could Just Kill a Man.
Yeah.
Because that was the one right there. It was out of the box, but it was real.
Yeah.
You know, and the way Muggs put together the track, the elements of the track, and that song was actually derived from 2 other songs, and we took pieces of it together. And it was like a really produced song, you know, like he produced us because, I mean, you know, he knew from all the demos that we had going on, okay, you know what, this flow you did on this song might work right here. And let's take this piece from that song and put that on the back end on the 3rd verse. And then we just filled in the fucking blanks. And it ended up being a huge song for us. I mean, you know, Chuck D and the Bomb Squad, they were doing the soundtrack for the movie Juice at the time. And they had to have that song in the pivotal scene. And that just, it blew it up from there. But that is a fucking classic hip hop joint from front to back, from the content, from his production, from how we flipped our end of it. Because, you know, we're big Run DMC and Public Enemy and EPMD fans. So, you know, our little flips back and forth when we would do it, we prided ourselves off being students. And I felt like that was the perfect song, you know, in terms of our first like smash him in the face song. And so that would be the one I would put him on.
Yo, the culture, the music. I mean, even in that record where you talk about, you know, police brutality and, you know, what was going on in LA at the time, you know what I mean? With a lot of, you know, LAPD was kicking in a lot of doors and disrespecting people on the regular.
Well, you know, at the time in hip hop, there was 2 other songs before our song. There was Cop Killer and there was Police,
NWA.
And the one thing in hip hop that we kind of learned from Slick Rick was the flipping the nursery rhymes to like real shit. Sendog and myself and a few of our other Cypress block homies, they were dropping me off in these apartments I lived in at the time. We got clocked by some Torrance PD, right? And they pull us out of the car. They're asking for IDs and all that shit. They want to search the car because they see a Mexican and what appears to be a black man together in a car. And any, you know, area like that, that's bad news, right? Yeah. So, you know, we're sitting there right in front of my apartment on the grass, you know, like as they would do. All right, you guys sit here. We're going to toss the car. And I see one of them grab my notepad, right? And I don't know what page it's on. It's just, we just come from the studio, right? The cop starts reading it and I could see what he was saying. This pig harassed the whole. Hey, Bob, come over here and check this out. And he points it out to him. He goes, "This pig, huh? What do you guys do? And what are you guys, poets or some shit like that?" "No, you know, we just came from the studio. We're making music." He goes, "All right, pack your shit up and get the fuck out of here. Remember, this pig gave you a break tonight."
Wow.
But the real twist to the story is 2-3 days later, I was coming back from Muggs's crib. Those same cops see me. They pull me over as I'm walking to my crib and take me to jail for warrants. I'm like, "Why didn't you take me the other night?"
Back then, you know, the gang sweep started too. We was getting pulled over a couple times a day just for having baseball hats and goatees and 2 or 3 motherfuckers in the car. All day a Firestone.
I mean, really, that's what prompted the song. I mean, you know, I got with a lot by police, you know. Before I was even gang banging, I was getting with, you know. And it's funny because if you hear any rappers in any other, you know, parts of the country, they're all saying the same shit mostly.
Where's your voice been sampled that's your favorite?
Redman, Time for Some Action. Hands down my favorite. You know what I'm saying? Because we were going to use that. And he could beat us to it.
Oh, wow.
And, but he did it in such a way that, you know, we couldn't even go back and do that again.
How did it feel when Red Meth used this, la 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 la?
Yeah.
That's 2 Redman.
2.
Yeah.
Those are my boys, man. And you know what's crazy is they own it. They'll go out and tell people, "Hey, we got our Get Down from Be Real from Cypress Hill." They were a big influence. And I remember being at a show at the House of Blues. They were doing hits from the bong. I don't even know if they knew I was up in the balcony. They just started going off like, "Yo, we want to shout out our West Coast brother, Be Real. You know, we got a lot of our Get Down from him. You know, we just want to send much respect and da-da-da." And I was sitting back like, oh, they loved us like we loved them. So, you know, I took it as a compliment, you know, crazy.
You said that your favorite sample of your voice, Be Real, was Redman.
Right.
Do you remember when first time you heard the record, or did you know it was coming out before it happened?
I remember hearing the sample clearance thing.
I was like, okay, yeah. And then we heard it and we're like, oh.
Okay.
All right. Why didn't they call me for the video is what I was thinking.
Then when you hear it in the club though, when you hear it in the club and you see the people's reaction, it takes on a whole new life from that point.
Yeah.
You know?
We should probably like redo it.
Why not? Yo.
It's been some years. We could go take our shit back.
No, yo.
It's a whole new life for that.
Because, you know, Red is still out. Red is out here fresh.
Hey,
he's still out here.
Hey, he still got the sword sharp.
Yes.
Man, I got to say. And to watch them perform off the top, man, you know, one of the best.